Trail Ridge Road, Rocky Mountain National Park's heavily traveled highway to the sky, inspired awe before the first motorist ever traveled it. Rocky Mountain National Park's lofty wilderness interior was introduced to the first travelers along an auto route the Rocky Mountain News called a scenic wonder road of the world. Trail Ridge Road, passing through Rocky Mountain National Park between the towns of Estes Park and Grand Lake, is one of the best way to see the Continental Divide as it cuts through Colorado. Covering the 48 miles between Estes Park on the park's east side and Grand Lake on the west, Trail Ridge Road more than lives up to its advanced billing. 11 miles of this high highway travel above treeline, the elevation near 11,500 feet where the park's evergreen forests come to a halt. As it winds across the tundra vastness to its high point at 12,183 feet elevation, Trail Ridge Road offers visitors thrilling views, wildlife sightseeing, and spectacular alpine wildflower exhibition, all from the comfort of their car. Starting with the charming lakeside town of Grand Lake, the largest natural body of water in Colorado, if the sun is still up on your arrival, spend a relaxing afternoon fishing or sailing. Trail Ridge Road is unsurprisingly a major Colorado attraction, which means it can get busy, beat the crowds with an early morning start. Highway 34 is the highest paved road in North America, which has its obvious advantages but also presents an unavoidable problem. As its summit is so high, the road becomes impossible to drive when winter hits. In fact, it takes around 4 weeks to clear following heavy snowfall. As such, the mountainous path is only open during summer, usually from late May until late October. Over the next 20 meandering miles of Trail Ridge Road, you can catch views of glaciers, carved valleys, daunting peak summits, and distant crystalline lakes. You will finally cross the Continental Divide at Milner Pass. At the final switchback curve, there is a trailhead for the abundant mining town of Lulu City, which dates back to the 1980s. 7 miles up, this valley is where the mighty Colorado River has its humble beginning. Keep going on Trail Ridge Road and you will discover the Continental Divide. There is a great big sign there you can take a picture with, which is very important landmark when understanding this watershed. At the divide, you will see a big lake next to the sign. This is where the Powder River begins. At 11,640 feet elevation, Medicine Bow Curve is a hairpin switchback on Trail Ridge Road that offers stunning views of the Medicine Bow mountain range, now known as the Never Summer Mountains. The Medicine Bow Curve Vista Point is just west to the Alpine Visitor Center, above the tree line in the Alpine Tundra. On a clear day, you can see Wyoming just 35 miles to the north, and to the west you can see Mineral Point, the Grand River Ditch, Baker Mountain, Mount Stratus, Mount Nimbus, Mount Cumulus, Red Mountain, and Howard Mountain. At the upper end of the roadside parking area, there is a dirt trail that wraps around the mountainside heading north. It isn't very long and doesn't seem to have a name. Also keep your eyes peeled because the alpine tundra in this area is frequented by elk, which we saw several times. As you pass through the gorgeous tundra above treeline and sometimes above clouds, you will have the chance to visit the Alpine Visitor Center. This visitor center has a cafe in one building where you can enjoy a tasty lunch. In the actual visitor center, you can purchase many different types of guidebooks, adults and children, as well as t-shirts, postcards, children's games and books, and even stuffed animals. Back in the car, continue up to Lava Cliffs, the highest point on Trail Ridge Road. At 12,183 feet above sea level, you are also above the tree line and occasionally above the clouds. It can get very windy up here, so hold on to your hats. While the weather is too fierce for trees to grow, strong-rooted shrubs and wildflowers manage to cling onto the earth and add some welcome color to the otherwise barren landscape. Further ahead, there is another stopping point called Rock Cut. This is a prime spot to see Pika, the adorable alpine mammal who resembles rabbits but are about the size of large hamsters. You may also see marmots running around or sunbathing on a rock, as well as bighorn sheep, the symbol of Rocky Mountain National Park. Rock Cut is also a great place to see Arrowhead Lake, which is the biggest lake visible from that point. Other sights to see on Trail Ridge Road are the elk and wildflowers. The elk love to hang out on the tundra during the summer to escape the heat, and the wildflowers you can see are just breathtaking, especially the white flowers with a hint of lavender called phlox. This flower smells like honey. Plants that grow on the tundra are very strong because they withstand up to 200 miles per hour winds, which is why they are all so low to the ground. Trail Ridge should definitely be on everyone's bucket list. Head a little more further and you will pass through Knife's Edge, which is a section of the road that drops off on either side. One of the spectacular views you will see from Trail Ridge Road is Rainbow Curve. This spot allows you to view almost the entire east side of the park with landmarks like Mount Chapin, Mount Chiquita, Ypsilon Mountain, Mount Fairchild, Hagues Peak, Mummy Mountain, Bighorn Mountain and Deer Mountain. This viewpoint allows snap-happy visitors to capture stunning vistas of the entire eastern side of Rocky Mountain National Park. Play a game of Spot the Mountain and tick off your list's famous peaks. There are plenty of highlights to look out for en route, most of which are signposted, so keep your eyes peeled. Now comes Many Parks Curve, where visitors are treated to unbeatable views over Estes Park, Moraine Park and Horseshoe Park. Look closely and you may spot dozens of elk frolicking in the grass. Trail Ridge Road in Rocky Mountain National Park has lots of different venues to see the many aspects of the park. Whatever gives you that Rocky Mountain high can be found in the park. Take time to plan your journey to get the best experience possible. For us, this was an epic drive on the amazing Trail Ridge Road, high in the Colorado Rockies. If you have already visited Trail Ridge Road, what was your experience? Did you do any hiking? Let us know in the comment section below.